Hi everybody.
Hello.
We have been spending probably about 15 minutes seeing if our new dog Niko would participate in the video.
He has absolutely no interest in complying.
He's sitting down at our feet in
Never
a very mellow state.
Never work with children and animals when it comes to photography. It's the motto.
But considering how he was on day one, this is pretty amazing.
We've come an awful long way.
He's doing really well.
Day one, and particularly day two, I was ready to send him back from whence he came as quickly as possible.
But we did have help.
We did have help. And it actually probably helped that my eldest daughter got really mad at me when I said that I was going to send him back. And I felt really guilty. And that sort of stalled the whole process. And now I feel very happy. I feel like we made the right decision. He's a lovely dog. And the dog whisperer who came in, the dog trainer, really whipped us into shape. And he's now actually a different animal. It's amazing.
I know. Really, from us being different and knowing a few things, he's completely transformed.
I know. It's extraordinary. What was I going to talk about today? I was going to talk about how I had this experience when we got the dog where I found myself in this situation where I got very preoccupied with indulging in negative future fantasy about all the different ways he was going to upset my life. And I could go into a whole laundry list of all those ways that he would do that. But then this funny thing happened was that through the course of that Friday, I think, which was the second day, I found myself on coaching calls with people, working with couples who tend to get into that negative future fantasy. That's generally how they get themselves into trouble. They start projecting into the future and having all these worries and concerns about how things are going to pan out. They create this narrative for themselves, then it becomes this habitual pattern of thinking. And then I got off the phone with one person in particular. I thought, hang on a minute, I'm telling this person, or I'm giving this person all this feedback, and look at me, here I'm doing this with the dog. And I really had got to a place where I just really wanted to give the dog back, because I just thought I got so overwhelmed at the whole idea of how my life was going to be radically changed. And I think I think it was on the Saturday morning I said I was going to give him back, and you said, well, is that your wisdom talking? And I said, yeah, absolutely, it's my wisdom talking.
You were convinced it was your wisdom.
I was convinced it was my wisdom talking. And then I convinced you that it was my wisdom talking, and then I got in the car to go and pick up our younger daughter, and then I thought, well, I better find my eldest daughter just to give her the news. And she was furious at me. I guess I wanted her to sort of give me the thumbs up, say something along the lines that, yes, that's a very smart move, but no, in no uncertain terms, it was not a smart move. And but anyway, I could see how I should, or what I was doing was actually very much getting into my analytical thinking and projecting into the future, not being in the moment, not living my life in the now, not really allowing myself open up to the possibilities of new thought, new experience. I was just getting obsessed with how things were going to go pear-shaped very quickly.
You were using your imagination to imagine the dire scenarios of you and Niko and how your life would be and how it would be terrible and how you would basically be destroyed by this dog.
I know, and I created such a low mood for myself around that. Mm-hmm. And I could see how there's a corollary between that and what couples do in terms of how they create this narrative out of, maybe one moment of despair that then builds into this whole imaginative process of trying to figure out all the other things that could go horribly wrong, and then it just goes south from there. But once I realized that and started to sort of think, yeah, you know what, I'm doing exactly the same thing with the dog. Why don't I try and experiment with what it would look like being in the now, being in the moment? And then everything seemed to, that everything got back on an even keel. We got the dog trainer in, and she gave us some. Well, actually, no. Before we even got her in,
we had a phone call. But that's what's so interesting. In your mind, this was just an impossible situation that could never be solved. And basically, we had a 15-minute conversation with the dog trainer, setting up the appointment for her to come in. And with the little bits of information she gave us from that, he pretty much transformed in front of our eyes.
He did.
So it was like a very easily solvable situation.
Yeah.
It went from being, we can't have the dog, it's never going to work, to, oh, this works.
Maybe we can.
Yeah.
Can I share one thing that was really interesting? So on the night before we actually spoke with her, there were 2 episodes. One where I gave the dog some loving feedback, or it was coming from a loving place, about how I didn't appreciate this kind of behavior. And that went really well. And then the dog did something else that was rather abhorrent to me at the time, because it did it repeatedly, to ad nauseum. And then I got really mad. And in getting mad, the dog went crazy. It just thought it was some fantastic game to be played. And I spent probably 20 minutes trying to settle him down. It was almost impossible.
He thought it was just a big game, you getting mad.
He did. It was extraordinary. And then the dog whisperer, the dog trainer,
Lisa Pincus, who's amazing, by the way,
said that you cannot, you can give the dog feedback and you can be firm and assertive, but do not get angry, because if you get angry, they'll just see it as weakness. And the dog totally saw that as weakness. So
state of mind.
It is state of mind. Ooh.
So the dog is teaching us.
It is our spiritual teacher, and our keep fit trainer too.
Yes, I've been hiking every single day since we've had the dog.
Yeah, I've been 3 times, but I'm building up slowly but surely.
My knees are feeling a little sore, but
yeah.
I'm definitely getting into shape. I'm a lot hungrier though now.
Yeah, me too.
So that's our tale of Niko, and he's still just lying by my feet.
Let sleeping dogs lie, as they say.
All right then. Well, have a great weekend, everybody.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.